of laugh here and there. So basically, be a good bloke. You just want to be open when you come into work when it's appropriate. You know, talk about how the work was, or you know, a sports game, or you know, how a tennis match went, or etc. Next thing I want to talk about is titles. Since everyone is treated as equal in Australia, they have a consultable management style. So if you're a manager, you don't want to go to an employee with one of your ideas that you want implemented and say, you know, this is the new strategy, this is what you have to do, we're going to be doing this. That'll actually probably come off as hostile to Australian employees and provoke hostility. They probably will ignore you and, you know, start an argument and nothing will get done. You want to consult with them. So say like, you know, I see your idea, but you know, if we did this, then studies show, you know, state some facts, and you guys can converse about that. Because arguing is actually seen as productive in Australian business, no matter between what levels of management with employees. And also surnames, you don't want to use surnames. They'll view that as it's strange. Because they view, if you use like somebody like Mr. in their last name, they kind of view that as like you're putting them kind of higher than other people, and a lot of people won't know everybody's last name. So if you do it to a few people, then they're going to view that as, you know, either the person that you're calling sir is above everybody else, or you think they are, which is their culture. So another thing I want to talk about is boasting. Don't do it. The last thing you want to do is come off as arrogant. Let your work speak for itself. You don't want to talk about your work or your ideas in a way that will come off as basically arrogant. You know, just keep it kind of humble. Just state the facts, like if it's a good idea, and kind of, you know, reference other people's ideas and, you know, feed off that. So don't hype your company either. Just state the facts in a humble way, in a, you know, a good bloke type manner. Next thing I want to talk about is being straightforward. They don't want to beat around the bush, like they would say there. You basically want to, if there's a problem with the company or a business idea, then they want to know what the problem is. They don't want you to, you know, you won't get fired. They see it as a good thing when you tell them straight off the bat that this is not working, we need to do something. You know, you can say it's horrible or whatever. And you want to be concise too. If you say something is wrong, don't make it too flowery or anything like that. Just say what's wrong so you can implement a new idea. Don't make it rosy, and because they're going to view that as hypocritical, or you're just trying to kind of hide it. And the last thing I want to talk about is basically just like a few things to remember. Maintain good eye contact. Don't overuse good day. You know, good day, mate. They view that as, tourists use that way too much when people visit the country. So just use it like a few times when you feel like it's really right. Like, you know, you're sitting down and you're about to do some work, you say, you know, good day, somebody that you actually know or something, and, you know, on that idea. Also shake hands when meeting and leaving. And now I'm going to turn it over to Tam, and he's going to talk about the meetings. So.
Thank you, Brian. Hello, everyone. And I want to talk to you about a subject about business meeting in Australia. Now, if you ever come to Australia, there's a group of people, a committee called MEA. Now, MEA stands for Meeting and Events Australia. They are a national independent for non-profit organization. They're a group of people who try to help others and offer them professional developing meeting. The mission is to promote the growth of and excellence in the meetings, conventions, and business events industry. They will help and provide forums, advice, and how to improve business meetings and performance. Now, before I get to the meeting, I want to give you an idea of some of the things that people do before the meeting. Now, in Australia, meeting, little preparation is usually done for meeting because they don't want to be portrayed as having an agenda. And before the meeting, people usually tell jokes, small jokes, or they talk about sports. Just like Chung Heng mentioned, they usually talk about
Tennis.
or they talk about arts or food. Now that we're done before the meeting, I want to talk to you about the meeting. Meeting is usually viewed as an open debate of an issue, and people respect each other regardless of what status you are. So if you're a manager, you view on the same level as everyone else. Now everyone is expected to be on time for the meeting. However, usually the meeting 5 to 10 minutes late, and you might want to ask what are the dress code. Well, meetings in Australia are pretty much the same as around the world. Dress code are pretty straightforward. For men, they wear a conservative dark business suit and tie. And for women, they usually wear a dress or skirt and a blouse. And casual pants are fine for both men and women. Australia is a hot country, so make sure to wear lightweight clothing and no flashy jewelry because it causes distraction. And after the meeting, most of the time people will shake hands, and women sometimes give each other kisses on the cheek. And sometimes men will usually exchange business card for contact information. Thank you, and that's it.
You.
Let me pause for it. You see when you start talking right here? You might want to project your voice just a little bit more, so this way, like, people can hear you, because I can't really hear you, so, you know what I mean? Like, just a little bit more.
I'm sure it's not just a laptop.
Yeah, I think the most thinking that.
No. Well, what do you guys think?
Volume definitely has to go a little higher.
Yeah, just, I mean, perfect now, just a little bit higher should be easier.
I know.
Both countries have strong ties and have spoken a decade. Teaching went to bring this partnership back, and now they have a strong relationship up to this day. This is important to know because understanding Asia's economy will allow you to have empathy along with other people when it's necessary. Next, I want to tell you what things you know, why you should know it. Australia is not always business all the time. Today, respect.
We should probably like walk around, like try to remember like move around. Like a lot of times I forget, but like to like go around or whatever.
Yeah.
That's sort of graded on part of. Yeah, that's part of my grade I think is walking around. So.
And also remember, the camera's right here. Imagine if the camera's in the back of the room, then it wouldn't be able to catch you. So.
Okay.
I would discuss these three things in detail so you become familiar and maybe you can assimilate into Australian culture. 15 years ago, to grew up 5% in 2008, bringing a 18.5% gross domestic, that's $5.8 billion in dollars.
Okay. Okay, it's a little tedious here. You're giving me way too much detail, giving us facts and figures. I think you should probably just point out like what's essential. Don't just give us like all the facts. Right?
Very good hand movement. I like that. But maybe just a little bit moving around. That should be better.
That's the thing I'm missing.
Yeah. Anything you want to say?
That's good enough.
Bringing
And for women, they usually wear a dress or skirt and casual.
Your hand coordinate is great, quite good.
I thought the volume was good.
Yes, the volume was good.
But like most of us, like we need to walk around more. Just like that's part of our grade.
I think it's
so.
the main thing that we don't do is walk around.
Yeah.
We can work on that.
It's definitely what they're working on.
Maybe, I don't know, I think it might be slow down a little bit and then just pause it and then.
Yeah. I think you relied on paper a little bit too much.
It's like most of us.
Yeah. Alright, well, we know what we need to work on, so work on it, and then this Thursday we'll do final draft, and then we should be good. Alright?
Sounds good.
All right.